All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Six Cars. The sun is finally out, and we are finally kicking off car season here in Toronto. Man, it was a terrible winter. Lots of snow, lots of cold, and it just went on for what felt like forever. But we finally have car events. This video is going to be packed with a few different meets. We do have a massive AutoStrata cars and coffee. We have done this one before, and it always gets some big turnouts and some pretty cool cars as well. So I'm excited to see what's going to show up to that one. We also have a Gear Up meet that's going to happen at YD Auto Sales. You've been there before, and that is also a pretty good turnout. Always get some really cool stuff, a good mix of like supercars, JDM, and whatever else really shows up. And we'll finish it off with a Euro meet as well. A bit of a classic one at that. So I'm excited to finally kick off car season in Toronto and bring you guys some cool content. So if you aren't already, make sure you hit subscribe, like, comment, and share, because the videos are going to be coming fast and furious, everybody. So let's hit the road and hit our first stop at the AutoStrata Cars and Coffee at Haggerty. Well, it is still chilly, but man, it is busy. Technically, it hasn't even really started yet, but there are already a ton of cars rolling. It's a nice GT4 RS up there on the aftermarket wheels, but yes, that's nice. But look at that, full WRC kit on the Peugeot 206. That is really cool. There we go. Oh, look at this little combo here, guys. Nice R32. Very nice, like dark blue as well. Blitz wheels too, old school. And we have a nice NSX here too on dark blue TEs. That's a very good look. And a good E46 for good measure as well. Big chunky M5 wagon, man, it is big, but it does look pretty cool. And the lineup is still going. It shows technically only just started. It's 9 o'clock now, so I imagine it'll only get busier and busier. So full disclosure, guys, it's so busy here. It's really hard to get near a lot of the cars. So we're going to have to pick and choose, and we might just have to deal with a lot of stuff rolling in, which is not too bad. But we'll just, yeah, like I said, pick and choose some of the best stuff we can find that is not sworn by people. The Weissman MF4, look at that. He pulls out the sign at the car meet. Love it. Full display. One of the coolest like designs, or one of the most unique designs. I know we've seen it on the channel before, but it's just cool to see it again, especially out in the wild. Powered by a BMW V8. What else do we have here? We've got a GT4 RS back there. There we go. See some BMWs, another Supra, and yeah, you guys can see just goes as far as the eye can see through multiple lots around this whole industrial area. It's packed. It's a lovely GTR T-Spec there, and sort of this like greenish blue color. It sort of changes in the light. I don't know how well you guys can see it through the camera here, but it does look cool. One of the final editions, the long-standing R35. But yeah, there's still cars coming in. This is absolutely nuts. Definitely the biggest one of these shows. Look at this whole Land Rover. Whoa. Yeah, definitely the biggest one of these shows that we've seen so far. These cars just keep rolling in. That's a cool Gran Torino there. But there are a couple big ones coming in, so I think we're gonna take a good vantage point over here away from the crowds, wait for the stars of the show to come in. Toronto supercar spotting, pointing out, look at that, painted side intake. Man, I can't English today, guys, but oh, nice little C6 ZR1. Uh-oh, it's too early for that. Look at the rock star Lucas here, bringing in the two LaFerraris behind him. Now, this is what I was talking about when I said the stars of the show are on the way here. Here we go, complete mayhem, everybody. We saw the white one last year, but the one of $499 is new for the channel. So very cool to see just a duo here side by side. But look at the crowds, guys. This is nuts. So take your pick, guys, red or white. Pretty cool to actually see two of these together. This is very like Monterey Car Week vibes, I guess. We're lucky enough to usually see one in Toronto, but to get two of them right in front of each other is pretty damn sweet. And rolling in to this Cars and Coffee, good way to kick off the season, I would say, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if these guys are ever going to get into the meet with how busy it is, but just cool to see them nonetheless. Oh, there goes the WRC Peugeot. I'm sorry we didn't get up close to that. Maybe another day, but yeah, unfortunately LaFerrari kind of stole the attention away. Tons and tons of GT3 RSs at this event, but do have an 05 Ford GT here looking very good. There was a Golf one that actually pulled in right before LaFerraris, but of course our attention was sort of drawn away. But I will go and try to find that other one. But this is a pretty clean, like low-key spec, I would say, and we have a nice right-hand drive Mark IV Super behind that as well. We've seen a number of these already at this event, but man, the hits just keep on coming, guys. We're only like halfway through the show here too. There, I promised you guys there was a Golf 4 GT as well, the 05 version, and there we have it. I have not seen this one on the channel before. It's not like the traditional Heritage Edition blue. It is like a darker color, which is very nice, very good looking. Always good to see a Golf livery car, especially a 4 GT at that. And back here, oh, it's a nice EK coupe. There's the whole lineup of supercars we saw rolling earlier, as you guys remember from Import Expo, a lot of these. And there's the other 4 GT as well. Been trying to get a hold of this car for you guys for the longest time, but it was swarmed by people. Just as it's leaving though, this 911 ST, I think it is brand new, but look at the spec. Kind of see inside there at the seats. It's like pink and purple with yellow accents. Look at that, pink wheels against an ultraviolet paint. There are so many weird little details on that car. Full Sonder winch, obviously. There is another 911 ST there, but that one in particular is just crazy looking. There you go, a couple of nice 355 Spiders. That's great, yellow and red. That is a nice 600 LT back there too. But as you guys can see, we could finally get into the mosh pit here. It was so hard to get in here earlier. There's so many people. You couldn't even really see the cars, guys. So weren't really missing too much because, yeah, like I said, you couldn't even see the cars because there were so many people. But we will hang around and watch these LaFerraris leave. You can see they are being shown off here in detail. The doors open. There is an LFA back there, 48 piece of Spider, which will be leaving soon. at this, the all chrome Murcielago, people, and it is a gated manual too, so that is pretty cool. Man, that's pretty nuts. There goes the less crazy of the two 911 STs. Still very cool though. We barely just caught a bit of the LFA. I was just pulling back into the garage, and now the second LaFerrari is leaving. So good to see this one. Yes, we are on our way to the YD meet. We've got the M2 in front of us that we recognize from some of the other vlogs. But look at that. Brand new M5 competition touring. That is pretty sick, guys. First one we've seen on road, looking very cool. Very heavy car, but nice to see performance wagons coming back to North America. We are almost at the meet. So what do we got here for our first little season opener? Well, we've got the unofficial Drive with Romobile. We have seen him driving this particular 997.2 RS quite a bit. Great spec. Let's see, what else do we have? We've got the Carrera T, Lava Orange GTS. This 911 does have Advan GTs on it. Great wheel choice. Usually see that on JDM cars, but nice to see it on a 911. We've got the YYZ Curator, GT4 RS, and then beside that, we've basically got the magic counterpart with the Spider RS, another GT4 RS over there. We do have quite a few supercars in front too, the 812, 992 GT3 RS, see Huracan 720. Do see an RWB over there, so yeah, there is quite the eclectic collection. Now, considering it was literally snowing like a week ago here, pretty much take whatever we can get at this point. So it's nice, guys. The season is finally officially here. We have turned a corner, and we are finally seeing some cars. There's the RWB 912, world's first, actually, that we saw getting built last year. So cool to see that out in the daylight again. This Mark IV Supra, it's Ab Flug, so an old school Japanese tuner. Crazy looking kit, but down here, that's my favorite touch, is these aero disc covers. We've seen it on Porsches before. Don't think I've ever seen it done on a Supra before, but man, this is a crazy kit. The size of this rear wing, I think we might have seen this in like an early phase or early stage of the build. Big old titanium exhaust too, full carbon fiber down the sides. So I think we'd seen it like in an earlier stage before when it did not look anything like this, but it was just like in the process of getting the kit done. And that is the finished product, I guess. So hopefully we can see this in more detail at some point in the future, because that is a crazy looking car. So I'd love to know more about it. Check out the kit in more detail, like I said. And kind of funny on this Mark V Supra down here too. BMW wheels, as you guys know. BMW interior, BMW engine. Might as well complete it with the wheels too. And for some reason, a Lexus badge on the front of the car. Tucked away at the back, we've got a 992 GT3 RS, pretty low-key spec. It's all black, but one thing I did notice, it does have the magnesium wheels finished in purple. I think they're usually like a silverish blue, so there we go, a little bit different. Not seen the purple wheels before, so nice. Don't know if it's factory option or not. Either way, very good looking. My 600 LT, so yeah, not a bad selection, guys. Actually, I think it's a 570S. with a kit. Does sound good though. Lava Orange GT3. Not a bad start to the weekend, everybody. Okay, so a little bit of a Euro meet this Sunday morning. A bit different than the usual stuff we check out, but as always, we preach car diversity here on Six Cars. We film pretty much anything. So yeah, from the likes of a nice E46 M3, nice E30 Cabrio there. Behind us though is this very nice shark nose E9. If you recognize this car, it's because we've actually seen it on the channel before. Same owner as the Alpha 4C Monza that we did a video on last year. We did see this in the garage in passing, but now it is out in the daylight. You can see just how sick this is on air ride suspension. It's completely dumped. It's on the OG Alpino wheels. Just such a cool looking car, especially nowadays when BMW styling is, well, controversial to say the least. I don't think anyone is going to debate this. That is a beautiful looking car. Got the old Suzuki back there too. Just a little bit of everything. Look at that. We got the old 190E. That is very cool. See an R129 over there. So let's have a walk down the aisle here and see what else we have. Yes, that's obviously quite cool. Not the Evo, but still 190Es are pretty rare in any trim these days. So very nice to see that. Behind us there is that nice R129 SL. You see the 5-spoke Lorenzers. Very good looking, nice 993. To be honest, this is kind of giving me like Shake Shack Road Gaian vibes back from Tokyo. So when all the cars would line up down at the side of the street, not to the same extent obviously, but still cool to see cars just sort of piling in and making like a makeshift Cars and Coffee here in the morning. That 993 is very nice, and so is that E46. So a nice little selection of Euros here. There is a JDM import old G-Wagon back there too. Yeah, good little eclectic mix here, guys. So, all right, we got a few cars, ladies and gentlemen. We got the facelift final edition R8 Spider and 765 LT.